Hey guys, Chaos Master 237 here, back for more Trails of Cold Steel. Continuing where we last left off, we are now going into this area to see, or to confront the dropout Jaegers. There. Gotcha. Come on, we've fulfilled our part of the bargain. Just give us the rest of the money already. I'm afraid that's not strictly true. Your contract states that you will receive the rest of the money when the Imperial and Republican armies begin combat. If this current stalemate continues, we may find it necessary to give them another gentle nudge in the right direction. What a pain. But just think, we hold out a little longer and we'll have more Mira than we know what to do with. You said your name's G, right? How do you have this kind of cash to throw around anyway? How does anyone? I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth, but 5 million Mira just for the advance payment? That's serious money. You must have some powerful backers in the wings. I believe our agreement maintains that no inquiries were to be made, correct? It would be unfortunate indeed if I were forced to prematurely terminate our partnership due to a breach of contract. Wait. We don't need to know any more. As long as the money's a sure thing, your wish is our command. Besides, how are we going to get out of here without your help? It seems we've nothing further to discuss then. Fear not. It won't be long before this frothing pot boils over and the peace of this land is irrevocably shattered. And when that happens...
That will never happen!
Where you come from?
Who are these kids?
Thors Military Academy, Class VII. And you're under arrest on suspicion of an unprovoked attack on both the Imperial Watchtower and Republican Army base.
How fitting, delegating your dirty work to these swine. But your contemptible scheme ends here.
What was that? Swine! You kids are dead meat!
Bring it.
Ah, yes. That makes sense. You're the students responsible for interfering with our work in Celtic, aren't you?
Wait, then?
Then the one who hired those bandits.
Yes, it was I. Did you think the provincial army capable of competent planning and subterfuge?
But why though? G. Gideon.
You may call me Gideon, though in some circles I'm known simply as G.
I've been through this many times. I still don't know why he bothered with the bandit thing.
That is perhaps as much as you may ever know.
Some circles?
I trust that your bellicose ideals are not simply the ravings of a lone madman, then.
Your name doesn't matter to me. If you intend to shatter the peace of this land, we'll stop you by any means necessary.
Uh-huh. You're all coming with us.
So you really think you could take us, huh?
I don't know what the weird kid's doing with them. But bottom line, there just needs to be no witnesses. Ain't that right?
Correct. It pains me to pull still budding flowers up by the roots, but they leave us little choice. I'm afraid you already know far too much to return alive. The soil of this ancient land will be watered with your blood before the day is done.
Looks like they're serious. Then we'll have to respond in kind.
All right, let's give them a Class VII thrashing. But remember, we need them disarmed and alive.
Alright, here we go.
I do apologize, but I'm afraid I can't let you live.
My turn.
Alright. Now this boss fight in the first run through can be pretty annoying.
All right.
I can do this. Light! Rain upon us! It's my turn.
Still sucks
Analyzing the
that.
enemy's vitals.
At least it can't get
All complete.
can't get affected by that either. Be very useful. Let's see, we'll use Riot Beam here.
Go! Go!
I got you!
Oh no, you don't!
It's my turn. Turn to flame now!
Go!
Okay. Analyzing the enemy's vitals. All complete.
My turn!
Now I need to save the bravery points. You'll see why soon.
Let me give me a downhill blow! Now! Okay. It's my turn.
Go! Go! Now's a chance!
I got you.
Man, I'm getting crits like crazy right now.
Gleaming good. I can do this. Oh no, you're gonna
This! My turn!
Here I go!
My turn!
Good idea. It's my turn. Fire! Yeah! Here, this is it! Gotcha!
They're only students.
My turn! There! Now! Okay.
Don't underestimate kids, man.
I got you! I can do this! Yeah!
Impossible.
Battle's over, but stay alert, everyone!
No way!
How could a group of vets lose to a gang of kids still in the throes of puberty?
Oh, I think I know who you are now! There's a mercenary group called Bugbear made of wannabe Jaeger dropouts. That's you guys, right? I guess you were planning to start calling yourselves a real Jaeger Corps after you pulled off this big job, huh?
How do you know about us? Forget the students. What's up with this kid?
That monster rehearse. It's gonna kill us.
Hey, don't you be calling Lammy a monster! Such meanies, aren't they, Lammy? They're not the only ones who've got some questions about her.
Mm-hmm.
I might have an idea, but let's see how this plays out.
I see now. You're one of the children, aren't you? The silver puppeteer, also known as the White Rabbit. Am I mistaken?
Oh, wow, you've heard of me?
I certainly have.
Sorry,
And if you're here, this is a chance I simply cannot miss.
I'm a little sore from some work I did today. I cut off the hold on, I'm trying to remember what it's called. I mean, I know what they're called. I just don't know the trees. Shit. I don't know. It's certain trees in Florida. I forget what they're called. But I had to cut the as I was told they're called, the fronds off. You know, like where the greenery is. Like, you know, where the top of it is, and I had to take a saw and like try to get that stuff off. I had to do that. The saw got caught numerous times, and so my arms are really sore today.
I'd be pleased to punch your ticket along with everyone else's for a one-way journey to the great beyond.
Believe it or not, this guy is this guy's voice actor. The voice actor for this guy is it's something, I can tell you. It's something you would not expect. It's the he's actually the voice for the protagonist in Persona 5 and Persona 5 Reload, or Persona 5 Persona 5 Royal. My bad. And I believe he was also the voice. I believe it's also for the Persona. Yeah, and regular Persona 5. So he's the protagonist. He voices the protagonist of Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal, and of course that includes the secret. Of course, when the Persona 5 protagonist is also the secret, is also in a secret boss, or an extra boss in Persona 3 Reload. He also voices Mr. Edagawa in Persona 3 Reload. And he also voices, he's also the Super Smash Brothers announcer. I am not kidding.
A flute?
He's summoning the Dragon Zord. I had to make that joke. I had to make that joke. And of course, rest in peace, Jason David Frank. You will be missed.
What is that song?
Above us, watch out!
What?
Actually, now I'm curious on something else. Silvery White Devil Genosha Zenek.
What the hell is that? No! Ah! Ah! It ain't him!
You think we're looking at the face of the Jinn from the legends?
Could be.
Whatever it is, it seems like it's made this quarry its lair.
Quite a hardy specimen we have here. To have survived from the times of antiquity is no small feat. No doubt its long slumber has left it with a powerful hunger. Do be sure to give it a proper meal, would you?
This guy also voices Christo from Disgaea 5.
Farewell then. May your struggle be mercifully brief.
Did he seriously run away? A grappling hook?
Help us, please! I don't want to die! Help!
Then you shouldn't have bothered being Jaegers.
There's no time to chase after him. We have more immediate problems.
Right. And we can't just leave these soldiers to the mercy of this beast.
No, not when we could have potential, when they could have potential intel.
Group A, prepare to engage. We need to stop that spider before it can harm anyone else.
Understood! Oh, that one looks tough. This'll be fun. Here I go!
Yeah, I'm gonna do the battle scope anyway. Just as a precaution, because what I want to try doing is ending this guy with some crits, if I can. Good. There's a reason.
Okay, understood. It's my turn.
You know what?
Sorry, would you mind?
With pleasure.
You know what? Nice.
Here we go.
My turn. There!
Yeah, he can spawn many enemies.
Gleaming Now! Gotcha!
Here we go.
Here I there!
My turn.
So so obviously he could be an annoying boss fight if you don't on the first run through. Upside though is while you fight him, you can potentially manipulate him spawning, you know, like him calling allies, which would allow you to get more experience.
I did it! I did it!
Making progress.
Phew, that was a toughie. True, but at least we've neutralized the threat. Yeah, but unfortunately, that man with the glasses got away. Considering the situation, I don't believe there was much we could have done. So what's it going to be? You can make this easy on yourselves and surrender, or... Alright, but we demand you guarantee our safety. Humph, you're hardly in a position to demand anything. If their capture is enough to avert a war, then so be it. Anyway, let's contact my grandfather on our Arcus. You should be able to get in touch with Zender Gate for us. Indeed, we have to let the Lieutenant General know that we have caught them. I wonder if they'll make it in time. Alright, so I'm gonna save it here. Just to be safe. We don't look like we made it. Sir, I have bad news. We contacted the Republican Army and about the group we apprehended, but they're unconvinced that we were responsible. I can't say that I blame them. It sounds as though they sustained far greater damage than we did. Still, does that mean the Republican Army is preparing to attack? Unfortunately so. I believe one of their armored airborne divisions has completed battle preparations. At this rate, an armed conflict may be inevitable. No. If only we could find a way to negotiate with them. Did you manage to get anything out of those guys you captured? Like who that guy in the glasses who ran off was? No, we know they were paid very well, but we're kept largely in the dark about their client and his objectives. By the way, who are you? Oh, me? Yeah, just who are you, anyway? That man in the glasses called you one of the children. I also remember something about a silver puppeteer and a white rabbit, or something like that. Very suspicious. Now. What to do? I'm not really supposed to tell anyone about my affiliation. Oh my gosh. Your what? Affiliation? Wait, are you? You're probably dead on. Yay, you finally came! I thought you were never gonna show up, Lecter. Sorry. I had some things to take care of over in Crossbell. Oh. You know what that means, right? If you remember when I mentioned about the timeline, we're gonna see this guy in Trails from Zero. If not Trails from Zero, then we'll probably see him. Well, yeah, maybe not Trails from Zero, but Trails to Azure. No doubt. But yeah, I know this character. Not just obviously. I know a lot of these characters, obviously. But he is a character that originally came from the Trails in the Sky trilogy, and he has made it to all these other Trails Legend of Heroes games for a long time. It is crazy. Like, he's the one character that has had an appearance in Trails in the Sky trilogy, from the Trails in the Sky trilogy, the Crossbell arc, and the Trails of Cold Steel games. I don't know if he makes an appearance in any others. I don't know if he makes any appearance in Trails to Daybreak 1 and 2. I don't know. He might, but all things considered, he might. Sorting out an office for those scary people? Yeah, pretty much. Who are you? Setting aside the lack of a uniform, I'm assuming you're also a member of the military? That's correct, sir. Lecter Arundel. I'm Captain Lecter Arundel of the Imperial Intelligence Division. I've come to assume responsibility for the negotiations with the Republican Army. What? The Intelligence Division? So you must be... so you're Captain Lecter. If what I've heard is true, it sounds like the situation will be in good hands. The negotiations with the Republican government are already underway. It'd be in all our best interest to avoid unnecessary conflict, especially with the trade conference only 2 months away. His Excellency the Chancellor is of the same opinion. I see. I should have known the Blood and Iron Chancellor's name would surface sooner or later. So that's the stance of the Reformist Faction's leader. His face might make you wake up in a cold sweat, but he's pretty fun for an old guy, really. Anyway, let's just leave this to us. We'll have it sorted out in no time. Sounds like you've been taking good care of that little pipsqueak for us too. Cheers, guys. Boo! I'm not a pipsqueak. Oh well. Bye-bye, everyone. It was fun getting to know you all. I hope we can see each other again sometime. Oh, hold on. Wait hold on. Sorry about that. Had someone come in my door. It's the Intelligence Division, the branch of the Imperial... Isn't the Intelligence Division the branch of the Imperial Army responsible for gathering and processing information? They're not as upright as their name might suggest. They deal more in espionage and intelligence gathering. The provincial armies fear them as much as they do the railway police, military police. Figured as much. I just can't believe a child like her is part of the army. I see. So, she's one of the Ironbloods. Sir? That's quite an imposing name. The Ironbloods are said to be a group of youths with high intelligence and special abilities taken in by the Chancellor. They work with the Intelligence Division and the Railway Military Police, but they answer to him, or so the rumors go. I wouldn't have dreamed that their ranks ran quite as young as that girl looked, though. She hardly seems suited to life in a military squad. Yeah, there's something that doesn't feel right about it. Still, it looks like we may yet be able to avert a war with Calvard. Are you serious? I've heard many rumors about that Captain Lecter. Scarecrows, he's known by some. I'm given to understand he's succeeded in almost every unofficial negotiation he's undertaken. And even if the Chancellor himself is taking action, success seems almost guaranteed. 3rd Armored Division, stand down to alert level 2. All airships currently on patrol are to return to Xander Gate at once. Yes, sir.
Precisely on time.
Comrade G, you've done well.
Comrade C.
It's Zero from Kogias. No, I'm just kidding.
I wasn't expecting you to come all this way.
A leader has to make sure all the gears are moving as they should. It sounds like the plan was a resounding success.
Keep your pity to yourself. Our aim was to stir up a conflict with the Republic that would force him to let his guard down. To that end, this wretched state of affairs could hardly be called a success.
And yet, even this outcome will work to our advantage in the days ahead. After all, we demonstrated that he faces the risk of his ranks being divided without warning at any time, and neither the Icy Maiden nor Scarecrow can hope to outwit us.
You have a point. We should begin making preparations for the next step of our plan. The time has finally come to present ourselves on the world stage.
That's the spirit.
Ooh, boy. At least all's well that ends well, right? Everyone in Group A is safe, and we narrowly avoided war with Calvard.
Yeah, narrowly.
Though I can't say I was expecting the intelligence division to show up when they did. A jet black airship. Probably one of Reinford's latest models. The military uses them for reconnaissance. The nobles and the rich just use them for fun. But as for how they got one... You wouldn't happen to know anything, would you?
Hey, Sharon.
You really are a sharp one, Lady Sarah. It's almost troubling. I'm impressed that you could tell I was there.
I'm pretty sure you let me have that one. I felt a familiar sensation, though, just for a second. Makes me think back to this one time, 2 years ago.
Now that I have no idea. There might have been a I don't honestly know. Like, I've not found any real reference to whether or not, you know, that these two were ever part of, Trails in the Sky. I don't know.
Two years ago, you say?
Never mind. But you really don't know then? Where that airship came from?
I'm afraid not. I checked the Reinford Group's manufacturing records and couldn't find a trace. At least not in the official files.
Sounds like Reinford has its own issues to deal with.
No, it doesn't seem like she has. Yeah, it doesn't seem like these two were ever part of that at all, from what I found, but still. I guess the 2 years thing was just something that happened completely separate.
Well, let's put that aside for now. I'm on my way to the settlement. What are you planning to do?
Well, I would like to give my regards to Master Gwen, so I would like to accompany you if that's all right. I can hardly wait to see the look on Lady Elisa's face when I show up.
Sometimes I actually feel bad for that girl.
Yeah, right. Thank you all for everything. I'm so grateful for the kindness you've shown us. I'll never forget all the things I've seen and learned here. Indeed, I feel as though I've gained something truly invaluable. Oh, burp. Sorry, that one was bad. That one snuck up on me. It makes me happy to hear that. Bro, Rean, Eustace, hi. Sob. Come on now, Lily, don't cry. Lily, Thoma, thanks for all you've done. You have my thanks as well. It was a pleasure meeting you. I'll return again when I have the opportunity. Until then, you've got to take care of everyone here for me, Thoma. Leave it to me. Elisa, Emma, thank you so much. It was great getting to know you. I hope we'll have another chance to discuss sweets and fashion again someday. Thank you again for the wonderful tea recipe. It may take me a while, but I hope that one day I'll be able to make it as warm and aromatic as you. I'm pretty sure I fucked up saying that. I know you'll be able to do it. It seems this has been quite the experience for them. Indeed it does. Still, Sharon's as attractive as ever. But you're quite the bodacious beauty yourself, instructor. Oh my, aren't you the charmer? If only you were a little younger, you'd be just my type. Instructor! And grandfather, at least try to be serious this once. Sorry, can't help myself sometimes. Anyway, to be serious for a moment here, it would seem you've made a discovery of your own. Yes. I think I finally understand why you left the Rhineford Company when you did. Is that so? You've been with me ever since I was a child, so I think I know as well as anyone how much you've given to the company. Because of that, it was even harder for me to understand why you would just turn your back and let Mother take over. But now I think I finally understand. You left because you truly loved the Rhineford Company, didn't you? Precisely. Since the Orbital Revolution, the Rhineford Company has created a technology that has defined people's modern lives. From railways to heating, orbital cars to airships, even the tanks and guns. I regretted none of them. What I did regret, however, were the railway guns we built 5 years ago. I thought so. With my apologies to the Lieutenant General, those railway guns are little more than instruments of mass murder. With their innate limits in range and deployment, they have no real strategic value in a war. Their sole purpose is as a weapon of mass destruction designed to effectively hold the innocent people of Crossbelt hostage. In other words, to stop a potential Republican army invasion before it starts. Nothing more, nothing less. It's an unpleasant truth to acknowledge, but I have no rebuttal. My daughter may have signed off on the project, but as the one who saw them completed, I was terrified of what we'd made. I feared that somewhere along the way we had sold our principles and our souls as craftsmen to the highest bidders. When my daughter took over as company chair, I took the opportunity to step back from Rhineford and really think about where we'd gone wrong, about how we'd come to this point, and how to make things right. So that was why. I guess you probably don't have any intention of returning soon. I'm afraid not. All that's happened in the past 5 years has only strengthened my resolve. The company environment, my daughter's leadership of it, things have changed too much. For now, I'll let her take care of things from the inside. As for me, I'll do what I can from the outside to help the company find its way forward. Master Gwyn. I think Thors Military Academy is a fine place for you to be right now. Huh? No doubt there are still many obstacles lying ahead for you. But when you put your head together with such a diverse group, you're bound to see things you might not have otherwise. Just like you did while you were here. You may be right. I'll do what I can to try and see things from a different perspective than both you and Mother. Both as a member of the Rhineford family and, more importantly, because I owe it to myself. Proud to hear it. Rean, Gaius, Eustace, Emma. You'll take good care of her for me now, won't you? Of course. Leave it to us. We'd be happy to. Very well. Grandfather, stop that. I'd love it if Sharon could stay here with me a bit longer, though. I don't suppose I could tempt you to look after me for a while instead, could I? I'm afraid not. I have to return to my duties as Class VII's caretaker. Ack, my poor heart. Grandfather, please! It's almost time for the train to depart. You should begin making your way over to the platform. Thank you. Take care, Lieutenant General. And he's still slouched over. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Sob. May the winds and the goddess always guide your path. And he's still slumped. He still has his shoulders sagged down. Like, what the hell, man? Farewell. I look forward to meeting again someday. Goodbye. Thank you for everything. And just like that, chapter 3 is over.
Someday. Perfect! You guys are the best!
Grade is S. That means we missed nothing. Obviously, I was like saying that myself, just to confirm it. Now let us continue. The Valflame Palace. The Chancellor's office.
Negotiations with the Republican government are complete. The possibility of an armed conflict in the Nord Highlands has been successfully averted. However, they did demand that we hand over the mercenaries responsible from the attack as part of their terms.
I suppose that's acceptable. After all, it was a shortcoming on our side that allowed that incident to occur. We should consider this a chance to place Rocksmith in our debt, especially with the trade conference on the horizon.
Yes, sir. Though it's regrettable that we were unable to catch the mastermind. There's not a doubt in my mind that he's one of the ringleaders.
Indeed. It seems we'll need to exercise greater caution from now on, if this is what they're capable of. Our next concern is the upcoming summer festival. Any thoughts as to the optimal placement of the Ironbloods?
I believe their primary target will be next month's trade conference. I propose posting Lecter to the east and Millium to the west. That leaves me here to take care of the capital.
It's almost like you read my mind. Very well then. I'll leave the preparations to you.
Yes, sir. With all respect, don't be afraid of working me hard, sir. I could run these kinds of logistics in my sleep.
Ha! I am all too aware of how indebted I am to your abilities. That's why I'm leaving the summer festival in your capable hands. Perhaps you may even consider using them as a test.
Please excuse my intrusion, Your Excellency. His Excellency the Governor has arrived and wishes to speak with you.
Ah, show him in.
As you wish, sir.
Coming in. Oh, forgive my intrusion. I didn't realize you had company.
No, it's quite all right. I just finished giving my report. It's wonderful to see you again, Governor.
Likewise. I think it's been, what, 2 months since we last spoke? I'm in your debt for helping out with the security arrangements at last month's commemoration event at City Hall. I've been looking forward to thanking you in person.
Glad to have been of service. I'll be sure to pass on your thanks to everyone else involved. Anyway, if you'll excuse me.
Good work as always, Captain.
It never ceases to amaze me that a woman like that heads up the Ironbloods. Your icy maiden has the provincial armies positively scared stiff.
Competent as she is, she's not the group's primary member. But she and the rest of the Ironbloods continue to do some fine work, especially against those cunning vipers amongst the ranks of the nobility and the 4 great houses in particular.
Agreed. But we'll need to stay vigilant.
I'm pleased that you agree, Imperial Governor Karl Regnitz.
Yep, my kiss is dad.
The feeling's mutual. Chancellor Gileath Osborne.
Of course, and that's exactly why I intend to go with him. Next month's conference may be the West Samuria Trade Conference in name, but it's far more than that. It's the region's first international conference in modern times, so the discussions won't be limited to economic matters. Regional security and other timely issues are sure to come up.
I see. So that's why all the region's heads of state will be in attendance?
Precisely. President Rocksmith will represent the Republic of Calvert, of course. Prince Albert will be representing the Principality of Ermaferia as its head of state. Crown Princess Claudia will be coming to represent Liberl in place of the Queen. And representing Crossbell State, we have Mayor Croyce and Speaker McDowell. All of them are either heads of state or their acting representatives.
Meanwhile, Erebonia is sending Chancellor Osborne as a representative of the Imperial government.
So now we know that, now we know the, now we know the positions for Allie's dad and, Maribel's dad. I forgot his name. I think Dieter, whatever.
But father is
Dieter.
the head of
remember.
state, isn't he?
Indeed. And that's why I'm planning to go as well, even though I'm far from the ideal candidate. The Imperial family needs to be represented to make sure all sides are on equal terms.
You shouldn't be so harsh on yourself. But I think I understand the situation. I feel so ashamed. I shouldn't have to rely on you to educate me about simple politics like this. Recently, I feel as though all my inadequacies have been staring me in the face. I wish every day I had the intelligence and quick-wittedness you possess. And I wonder, am I truly capable of inheriting the throne from Father?
You know, Her Highness Princess Claudia of Liberl once said exactly the same thing.
She did?
As the successor to the throne of Liberl, I've heard that she agonized over whether she was fit to become queen. But eventually, she came to terms with her own inexperience and vowed that she would strive each day to overcome it. And I have no reason to believe that my talented brother cannot do the same.
Olivert. Thank you. Your support means a lot to me.
That said, I do think you should spend more of your time living life the way you want to. I don't think anyone would blame you for wanting to indulge your interests once in a while.
I am how I am, I'm afraid. To be honest, I'm a little jealous of how being so open and carefree comes so naturally to you.
Well, I think it'd be less concerning for all involved if you avoided taking after me too much.
True.
Another thing. I sometimes find myself admiring Chancellor Osborne's strong-willed nature as well.
Oh?
He was quite forceful in introducing the Imperial Transportation Act last year, despite the opposition's objections. but ever since then, I've heard the number of orbital car accidents has fallen dramatically. I can see why Father trusts him so much.
Well, I wouldn't disagree that was a fine piece of policymaking. The campaign he launched with the help of City Hall was exceptionally well executed. But on the other hand...
Honestly, don't you think it's a little early in the day to be having a stuffy political discussion?
Surprise.
Alphen? Oh, have your lessons already finished for the day?
Indeed. They gave us the afternoon off to prepare for the summer festival. But come on, Cedric. You need to stop taking everything so seriously. We're 15. It's far too early for us to be worrying about politics.
Actually, I'm not sure 15 is too early, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, I agree with him. Only because this guy is clearly the crown prince.
What you should be concerned about is being more of a man at official parties. Blushing head to toe just from a lady asking you to dance? Shameful. Totally shameful.
Oh, come on. Why do you have to bring that up again?
Because she wants to.
You know, that did wonders for his popularity. The ladies at that party were swooning left and right. He was playing their maternal instincts like a harp.
Well, I can't deny that. Even some of the men there were fawning over him, saying Cedric was more of a youthful flower than me.
Surely you're kidding, right?
That reminds me, Alphen. Have you decided on your dance partner for the upcoming garden party?
Yeah. You've always avoided dancing at official functions.
Curious, are we? Well, I do have someone in mind this time. Although whether I can get him to say yes...
Really?
My. It sounds like you aren't just blowing smoke. The Imperial Chronicle is going to have a field day when they find out.
You're really going to dance with someone? Could it be a son from one of the 4 great houses?
That's for me to know and you to discover. He is a noble, though. I'll give you that much. Oh, that reminds me. Prince Olivert? I have a proposal I'd like to discuss with you.
It's Elise.
I should open that letter from Rean that came in this morning. I'm almost afraid to think how Her Highness would have reacted if she found this. Dear Miss Schwarzer. Really, Rean? Still Miss Schwarzer? What? Rean, why?
Mid-July. Summer had come to Trista, and that meant it was time for us students to dust off our short-sleeved shirts. With months of experience under our belts, we finally found ourselves adjusting to the rigors of our coursework. And it was during those early days of summer, before the heat became well and truly withering, that we saw the start of a uniquely seasonal new lesson.
All right, that should be enough of a warm-up. I'm supposed to remind you that swimming classes here are meant to teach you skills relevant to military service.
And I'm afraid I am actually out of time. I got some people coming and over, like pest control apparently. So I gotta watch the dog and move around the room a lot. So I gotta end this part here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, comment, share, and of course subscribe. All support is greatly appreciated. Next time we'll continue with the swimming lesson and we'll continue with the starting through chapter 4 with of course with the swimming lessons and everything. And after that we'll obviously be doing about the normal stuff and we'll obviously be starting doing the normal stuff that we've done in the last 3 chapters, with doing tasks and doing requests and bonding events. So until next time guys, laters.